Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Carnival Radio Breakfast Show. This is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Oyikola. And here are the headlines. Olubadan, pressure mounts on Ladoja to accept bidate crown. In Abia State, 43 years after, equating Doki crowns new monarch. Ex-Minister Mama remains in custody 9 days after 10 billion bail. They wanted to use me as a scapegoat, says Shuaibu. Federal government demands Dangote refinery's diesel reports, orders new test. To begin the news this morning, the federal government, through the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, is expecting fresh reports to confirm the real sulfur content of the diesel produced by the Dangote refinery as the company debunked claims of inferior fuel production. The NMDPRA spokesman, George Enehata, in an interview with newsmen on Sunday, said the agency had done its job and would not engage in a media fight with anybody over the claims made by the NMDPRA chief executive, Farouk Ahmed, that Dangote diesel has more sulfur content than imported one. According to Ineita, the authority has about 15 engineers and scientists embedded in Dangote refinery whose fresh report about the refinery's sulfur content will be out on Monday today. The newsman reported Ahmed as alleging that the diesel from the Dangote refinery contains high sulfur content. Reacting to Dangote's allegations that the NMDPRA was giving license to some traders to import dirty fuel into Nigeria last week, Ahmed argued that it was the Dangote fuel that had a larger content of sulfur. He also said the refinery, which has been selling diesel and aviation fuel in Nigeria for months, had yet to be licensed, stating that it was still at the pre-commissioning stage. For more details, please visit Punch newspaper. Federal government demands Dangote refinery diesel reports, orders new tests. In the meantime, intense lobbying is underway to persuade former Oyo State Governor and also Olubadan of Ibadan land, High Chief Rashid Ladoja, to accept the bidded crown as dictated for his status in the revised Olubadan Chieftaincy Declaration. The move is seen by many as essential to de-escalate tensions over the noise generated by the publication of the Gazette showing the new amendment. The Oyo State government in the new Olubadan Chieftaincy Declaration passed by the State House of Assembly and signed into law by Governor Seyi Makinde revised Section 4 of the 1957 Olubadan Chieftaincy Declaration. The original version stated, the person who may be proposed as a candidate by the line whose turn it is to fill a vacancy in the office of the Olubadan shall be the most senior high chief in that line. However, Section 4 of the amendment titled New Olubadan Chieftaincy Declaration replaced the most senior high chief and in that line was the most senior bidded crown Oba in that line. Section 4 of the new law states the person who may be proposed as a candidate by the line whose turn it is to fill a vacancy in the office of the Olubadan shall be the most senior bidded crown Oba in that line. Ladoja, who is the most senior of the high chiefs, and whose line it is to produce the next Olubadan, has not accepted the bidded crown. Despite Ladoja's public stance of only wanting the Olubadan crown, prominent community leaders and legal experts argue that his acceptance would stabilize the succession system and benefit Ibadan land. The move The newsmen gathered was to de-escalate the tension generated by the controversial release of the government gazette. And newsmen observed the movement of people in and out of Ladoja's private residence in Ondo Street, Bodija Ibadan, the state capital, on Sunday. Two senior chiefs from Otun Ibadan and Balogun lines who did not want their names in print said, although they did not subscribe to Governor Shimakinde's interference in Olubadan's succession system, rejecting the beaded crown by Ladoja as the next in line to the Olubadan. Oba Olabi Olakuleyin, with no court process in place, might create a yawning gap in Ibadan's succession system that ultimately do harm to Ibadan. One of the Mogajis who spoke with the newsmen said, "Let me appeal to the Otun Ibadan to accept the crown. For more details, please visit Punch newspaper. Pressure mounts on Ladoja to accept beaded crown." Meanwhile, 43 years after the demise of Onyewiala's sixth king Eze Truman Webara Akpra, the people of Omweze Equate Autonomous Community in Akwa Hesogi government of Abia State over the weekend crowned King Augustine Iyema Ogulu Opia Agbara, the Oyewena seventh. The coronation, which took place at the Community Asian Square, was conducted by the Regent Gabriel Okerenta Chuta Ekiri Agbara. In his post-coronation remarks, the Palace Secretary, Mr. Ogbonna Chijuche, thanked the Abia State government through the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Prince Uzo Nwachukwu, whom he said granted them the approval for coronation. Chijuche, who also thanked God for the successful coronation of the traditional ruler, blamed Kingship Tozud for the delayed coronation. He explained that in 1975, at the selection of King Traume Izuaka Apra Agbara, it was agreed that Opia would take the next turn. He revealed that Opia nominated King Augustine Ogulu as the Machiri of Opia and Oyewiala, elect of Equate Ancient Kingdom, since the year 2000, in line with their customs, culture, and traditions. Contributing the community women leader, Madam Ezihi Uwuwo, thanked God for the successful coronation of King Ogulu as the Onyewiala seventh after 43 years of waiting, expressing hope that the development would usher in unity and progress in the community. She described King Ogulu as a man of great repute and pledged that women and youth would support the newly crowned monarch. King Augustine Ejina Ogulu Opia was born in August 26, 1957 to the family of late Chief Abraham Ekekenta Opia Agbara and Madam Lolo Nnema Epriama Ogulu Opia of the Opia lineage of Agbara, Ekuwata Hotuji in Equate Ancient Kingdom. The traditional Ikoro drum was sounded to signify the dawn of a new era. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper 43 years after Equating Doki crowns new monarch. In another development, the embattled Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Philip Shaibu, has said his reinstatement was evidence he was God's anointed. Shaibu said his detractors wanted to use him as a scapegoat, but God used his reinstatement to prove them that he was his anointed. The Oyo State House of Assembly had impeached Shaibu following his rift with Governor Godwin Obaseki. But Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja last week ruled that Shaibu's impeachment was illegal. The judge reinstated Shaibu and ordered the Inspector General of Police to provide him with the necessary security that would enable him to discharge the functions of his office. Speaking after a Thanksgiving service at St. Paul Catholic Church in Benin, Shaibu described the court's judgment as a victory for democracy. He noted that the fight against his impeachment was to protect the office of the deputy governor in Nigeria. According to him, Shaibu said, I challenged God and I told him that I wanted him to prove his power in my life. The people that are anti-God and anti-democracy were at it again and they wanted to use me as a scapegoat. I told God to show to the world that I am truly his son. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper. Oyo State, they wanted to use me as a scapegoat, says Shaibu. In another news, one person died and 2 others were injured in an accident that occurred along Intete Oka Onitsha Expressway opposite the Federal Road Safety Corps Unit Command in Oyo State on Saturday. Eyewitnesses who spoke to newsmen on Sunday near the scene said a driver, identified as Chinweba Chindibiri with a private Toyota Camry with registration number ABJ125JF, and an unidentified driver of a private Ford Explorer with registration number SBL were involved in the fatal crash. The sources said the driver of the Camry lost control and crossed the line of the Ford Explorer in a single carriageway and crashed. Confirming the incident, the acting sector public education officer of the FRSC in Anambra State, Margaret Oneba, told newsmen that while 3 male adults were involved in the crash, 1 was killed and 2 others were rescued unhurt. Onabe said a fatal road traffic crash was recorded today, July 20, 2024, opposite the FRSC command in JT by Indete Okwa Hakaonitsha Expressway. For more details, please visit Punch newspaper. 1 dies, 2 injured in Anambra road crash. To bring the newspaper review this morning to a close, here is a recap of headlines. Pressure mounts on Ladoja to accept bidet crown. In Abia State, for 3 years after, Nkwete Ndoke crowns new monarch. They wanted to use me as a scapegoat, says Shaibu. Federal government demands Dangote refineries diesel reports, orders new tests. That's the end of newspaper review on Carnival Radio. Thank you very much for listening. I am Joseph Oikola. You can download the Carnival Media app from Play Store and app iOS. Also visit our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. Good morning.